Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by. If you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I am really excited for today's video. It has been nearly 20 years-ish in the making. Back when I was in high school, I would go to the Dollar Tree to stock up my makeup kit because, of course, I'm a teenager. I didn't have that much money. And that was easy for me to get all kinds of color cosmetics and things that I would use to play with eyeshadow and lipstick and that kind of thing. But it was very, very rare that I could find anything close to my complexion to use as a foundation, concealer, or even though this is technically a color cosmetic, a blush, even that was hard to find back then. So I basically gave up on looking for foundations at the Dollar Tree and concealers because they never had my complexion consistently enough. It was so sporadic. Literally, if I could find one complexion product per year that fit me, that was amazing. So for many years, I just didn't bother looking. So to see the stand of La Mercerie products with 6 shades that would be somewhere in the range of my complexion was just mind blowing. So I got all 6, of course. I went to 3 different Dollar Tree locations. I was looking for something else. I'm working on a wreath. I've made a video on how I make wreaths for the season. I'm going to be refreshing my wreath. I might film that actually because fall is almost here, basically, or basically here. It's still kind of warm here in Virginia, but fall, the season is here. So I will be refreshing the wreath that I made for fall a few years ago, and I needed some supplies. Anyway, as I'm looking at the La Mercerie products, I'm seeing they have 6 shades that are close to my range. I got all 6. When I went to a different Dollar Tree location, I saw that they had 6 shades of concealer. The first place was foundation, the second place was concealer, and I got those 6 as well. I'm impressed at the range. So let's do some swatches. Let's figure it out. See what is close to my complexion. I'll give you some data so that you know where on the brown scale I am. And I'll also tell you about the shades of the products because even though the deeper products are grouped together numerically, I don't know that each product is according to depth. Like you would assume the highest number is the deepest, but that's not necessarily how we went for the concealers. So we'll see with the foundations what the deal is. So we're going to take it from the top. The lightest of the shades is shade 220. And this is it. It's actually not the lightest. It's the lightest of what appear to be brown girl friendly shades. So this is shade 220. This is a liquid foundation, 10 milliliters or 0.34 fluid ounces. So what I notice about these products is that they do not have the markings for the bottle numbers on the bottle itself. It's only on the cards. So I'm going to try my best to keep these from getting confused. I don't want to put the 223 in the package for the 224 or anything like that. We're going to try to keep them straight. So this is the shade. And then I know this is too light for me, but I wanted to show you all the range. And the truth is, if I can't wear this shade, which I can already tell you I can't, my daughter can. She's a bit lighter than me. And if it's too dark for her, then my mom can. So someone in this house will wear it. I have 6 clean, I had to do the numbers in my head, 6 clean makeup brushes, and I am going to swatch this on my arm to show you what it looks like. So here is the foundation on the brush, and this is shade 220. Oh, that's actually, it looks pretty close to my skin color. Oh, wow. I might be wrong about this not matching me. Um, it at least matches the inside of my arm pretty well. Now, that is not the same as my face shade. Um, yeah, to me, it's quite a bit lighter. But of course, this lighting is kind of tricky, but I'm looking at it, it's pretty much vanishing into my arm. And this is 220. Maybe I should swatch it on my face. I think that's what I'll do. I thought I was going to swatch it on my arm. We're going to swatch it on my face instead. So let's swatch 220. Yeah, like I figured. Too light. Too light. Too light, but again, not bad. Um, Definitely a brown shade. There's nothing about this shade that would indicate to me it would be for a person of no melanin. This is definitely for someone that is melanated. Absolutely. This is more of a honey brown, I guess you could say. Oh, I didn't tell you about my complexion products that I normally use. I normally use in the Maybelline Fit Me. Is it Fit Me? Ooh, you know what? Let me grab my shades. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. I'm back and I have numbers. So in Maybelline Fit Me, I wear coconut. In L'Oreal True Match, I wear N for neutral 8, so N8. And then in Fenty, I wear the, I thought I was ready, between 410 and 420, depending on the season. And in Black Opal, I wear their stick foundation. I wore, oh gosh, I have the stick foundation over here. That's why I'm looking around. Here we go. I wear Au Chocolat. So that one I have right here. I can just show you. That's what I normally wear if I'm wearing a stick foundation, and the other ones are liquid foundations. Okay. So that's what I wear. N8, L'Oreal True Match, Maybelline Fit Me in Coconut, Fenty in 410 or 420, and Eau Chocolat in Black Opals stick foundation. Oh, another stick foundation I use as well is I see it Hourglass. Hourglass I wear almond. So those are the shades I wear just to get a sense of the depth of brown. Now I had already swatched, of course, that was 220. You can see it's a bit too light. All right. So let's go to 221, see how that's looking. And we have several more to go after that. So let's get to it. So this is shade 222 in the La Mercerie product. And if you get a chance to check this out in store, you may find it helpful to look at the packaging itself. The models are progressively deeper in tone as you go down the line. So that may give you a bit of guidance when selecting a shade for you. Okay. So did I say 222? It's 221 if I didn't say 221. Okay. So here is 221. And you can see it's a bit warmer than 220. But yeah, still a tad too light for me, I think. Of course, we're doing this on camera. This looks okay. We'll bring it close. This looks very similar to foundations that I have used in the past. So I would not cancel this out as a winter color for me. I still have a bit of a tan from the summer, even though I wasn't outside that much. It doesn't take me long, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I start to get a bit browner. So that is possible for my winter shade if applied lightly. By the way, this feels fine on the face. These two couple swatches, very comfortable feeling. They don't feel greasy to me. They're not breaking apart either. So far so good. So let's try 222, see how that looks. This is shade 222. And honestly, I think I'm between 223 and 224, but we're going to try 222. And I dropped my brush. I'll just use another clean one I've got here. This is it on the back of my hand. It's getting closer to my shade for sure. We're going to do 222, just swatch it right on my jawline. Yeah. So you can see it's progressively getting a bit warmer. And none of these are giving me very excessively warm or excessively cool. They're not too red or too olive to me. They're all, you know, nothing too extreme. I noticed that some companies, when making brown foundation, they lean just a bit too heavy into one or the other of not overtones, undertones. This is to me average. Average, not too much red, not too much blue, not too much yellow, not too much green, just enough of everything. But certainly they are leaning a bit warmer, like they're not cold or cool toned at all. They are leaning warmer. So that's it so far, 220, 221 and 222. We're going to work on this side next for the next three shades. And I do believe I'll find something very close to my shade within the next three shades. So let's go to 223. Now we've got 223. And actually, let me wipe off the last of 222 from the back of my hand. I'm still using a clean brush to swatch, but I want to make sure I got that off before I hold it up to the camera. That is 223. And I had bought one of these a few weeks ago when I didn't know they had so many shades. And I do believe it was either 223 or 224. And I feel like that's a pretty close match to me, but who knows? One of these other shades might be better. Who knows? 225 might be it. But anyway, that is 223 again. And here it is swatched. That is great. That's great. And I know the lighting's funny because it's a ring light and we're doing the best we can, but that looks really good. And I'm almost certain the one I've got is 224 that I bought a few weeks ago. But 223 is looking fantastic on my face. So that is 223. Really like that a lot. And that it may be my summer shade though, honestly. 222 is looking better for a winter shade compared to 221. We know 220 is a hard no, but that is good. And I need to hold this hair back. But yes, that is really good. But we'll go to 224 and see if that is spot on. And we still have 225 to go. So stand by. So we've got 224 here, which it looks quite dark in the packaging, but I am perfectly okay with it looking dark and then performing perfectly on my face. There's a strong likelihood that that will be the case. Um, and it actually matching me pretty well. That has happened to me many a time with foundation. So this is 224. It is a bit dark. It's too dark for me, actually, unless I got like my true hanging out all the time in the summer tan. That is a bit dark. It's beautiful though. Gosh, that's how I want to look all the time, just like that. Just like that, or deeper, honestly. Um, but that is 224. So I'm guessing the one I bought a few weeks ago must be 223 because I don't recall it being that deep on my face. Okay. So we're still going to swatch one more, even though I know it's not going to work for me because it'll be just a bit too deep. It's like my dream complexion, but not what I am in reality. But so far, we've got 220, 221, 222, then 223, 224, and now we're going to get 225. And here's the final shade, shade 225. Let me show you the tube. Very rich in the tube and probably going to be very rich on my skin. Let's see, I need to wipe off 224 just a bit. There we go. Then we're going to put a dollop of 225. We can see, yeah, it's very beautiful. Gosh, that is a gorgeous shade. Let's swatch it on. Actually, is it just me, or does 225 look lighter than 224? I feel like, and I did say this earlier, the numbers don't perfectly correspond to depth. I feel, broadly speaking, the higher numbers are the deeper complexions, but that doesn't mean they're in absolute order of lightest to darkest. They just group them together and number them based on what makes sense, which is they're all deeper. We'll give them higher numbers, but maybe not paying a ton of attention to the intensity, which one is better suited for this digit over another digit. That definitely looks a little less deep than this one. This one looks deeper and cooler to me. This looks warmer and a little more red, but not as dark. In any case, 223 is my complexion. That is spot on. Blended in, that would be perfect. I would probably use 225 as my normal summer shade if I was getting my preferred amount of sun, and 224, which is that middle shade, would probably be my dream complexion, like I did way too much in the sun. Now, for winter shades, I might be able to finesse 222 a little bit. 220 is definitely too light. 221 is pushing it. It might give ghost if I put it all over my face. But 222 might work when my tan is completely gone and I'm really inside a bit more. But we had to talk about these because I bought them and I swatched them. But let's talk about these shades because this is where I fall. I thought I'd be between these two, but I'm not, except for like maybe here where my natural contour sits. I have natural darkness there and on my eyelids. And of course, now that I'm a little older, under my eyes too. But those are the darkest parts of my face outside of the occasional scar, scratch, or whatever. For the most part, my complexion is right about here. Um, this is going to be, like I said, my optimal summer shade. This is like my dream summer shade. So yeah, those are the products. Now you can see them on my face. You can get an idea of what they look like. I'm going to wipe these off, grab some. Oh, actually, I don't need brushes for the next video because the concealers have wands in them. I'm going to get ready to prep for the concealers. How do they feel? They feel fine, no scent. I've worn, I believe, 224. I thought it was 224, but that can't be right. I've worn 223 already, and I love the way it felt for the price, for the wear. It was absolutely adequate. If you are someone who is on a smaller budget, but you want to try some complexion products that aren't going to break the bank and still make you look polished and put together, these are pretty. The colors are good. And I'm impressed that they have them available at the Dollar Tree, $1.25 a piece. There is a good amount of product in each tube. I believe it's 10 mils. Yes, 10 mils, 0.34 fluid ounces. So a good amount of product. But if you lose it, let's say traveling or something like that, or, perhaps you just need something in your purse for touch ups, these sizes are perfect and the cost can't be beat. You don't want to lose it at any price point, but if you lose it at $1.25, you probably won't be heartbroken. But yeah, 223 is me. Do you find your color anywhere in there? Because if you do, now you know you can go to the Dollar Tree and get it. Hopefully your Dollar Tree will have it and the concealers. If not, I can vouch for the foundation. I've worn it already. I liked it, even though I just opened it up. This new tube, I'm glad I've got two tubes of 223 now. So that's it for today. Please take great care, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye bye.